guys, welcome to Film Vet. I'm Keith Martin, I'm one of your vets, and today I'll be reviewing Patriots Day, starring Mark Wahlberg, J.K. Simmons, John Goodman, and Kevin Bacon. In 2013, at the Boston Marathon, there was a bombing that happened at the finish line. And Patriots Day is a movie that focuses on many different perspectives from that day and the following days of the actual bombing and the chase down of the two men who did it. So that was one of the things that was very interesting, that there was no one main character. It really just kind of put you into the movie and to the lives of these people. With the acting, Mark Wahlberg does a great job. He is very passionate and he's very you get very emotionally attached to this character because he sees it out from beginning to end. None of these actors really, besides Mark Wahlberg, did anything that stood out. It was good because they weren't trying to do anything extraordinary. They were trying to just make the audience really feel like they were, in these events as they're happening. As for the directing, Peter Berg, this is his third film that is based off of current historical events. His first was Lone Survivor, his second was Deepwater Horizon, and then you have Patriots Day. And coincidentally, all three have Mark Wahlberg. He does a very good job with the directing in this movie. It's understandably shaky camera sometimes. For instance, when the bomb goes off, it puts you into perspective as you're standing right next to Mark Wahlberg or you're standing right next to J.K. Simmons when these things are happening. But it's not overly shaky or so much where you can't even have focus. He does a really good job of putting you into this moment of just this intense pressure and this intense, sometimes even pain whenever you see the injured people. And the standout perspective that really I didn't expect was they gave you the whole backstory for the brothers who actually committed the crime. It was really interesting because back in 2013 when this happened, I actually kept up with it as the whole standoff happened and they shut down the city of Boston. And, you don't really know very much about what happened that night. So it really helps you encompass everything that goes into, what happened in those 4 or 5 days. I really can't think of very many negatives except for that maybe you just can't watch this movie all the time. It's a movie that's so heavily intense and even emotional. It's a drag to pull yourself back into that because it hits hard sometimes. With those being the positives and those being the negatives, I really would give this rating probably a 10 because of what it was. It didn't try to do anything that was outside of what happened. There was no characters who really did something where you thought, wow, well, that's not a realistic possibility of what happened that night or what happened in these days. No character really put their acting skills before the realistic situation, I would say. You felt like you had a very well-rounded movie that if there's flaws, they didn't really stick out because the story was so well told. That's it for me. Just check out everything on our channel, and we have more stuff to come. We have some debates and some discussions coming on the way. And then this weekend, we have Thomas and Rylan, who are going to be reviewing M. Night Shyamalan's Split. So just be on the lookout for everything we have. Maybe hit a like on the like bar and subscribe to our channel for more.